The crowd is alive with worship. Lights fill the sanctuary of Full Life Church, and at the center of it all stands Reverend Ntia Nantia, a man who just survived a deadly car accident only days before his 49th birthday. And somewhere in that congregation, quietly watching with glistening eyes, is Papa Uma Ukpai. His tears tell a story that words can barely hold. You see, this isn't just any man. In 1986, Papa Uma Ukpai was one of the few ministers invited to pray for the President of the United States, Ronald Reagan. But behind the global recognition lies a road marked with unimaginable pain. Years ago, on his way to a crusade in Ohafia, tragedy struck. The car carrying his children veered off the road and plunged into a river. With his bare hands, Papa Uma fought the waters and rescued them, but moments later, both children died. Holding on to faith, he laid their lifeless bodies in the car and began to pray. He believed God could still raise them. But suddenly, out of nowhere, another vehicle came speeding and slammed right into his car, tearing it to pieces. As if that pain wasn't enough, word came that his 50-seater crusade bus carrying his entire band had caught fire. Lives were lost, everything he loved, gone in a single day. And yet, he still stood. He still preached. He still believed. That's why when Papa Uma wept at Full Life Church, those weren't ordinary tears. They were tears of remembrance, of gratitude, of a man who knows what God can do, because he's seen both the valley and the mountaintop. He knows what it means for Reverend Nentia to be alive. Because he knows the kind of headlines the enemy wanted to write. So today, as we watch this moment, may we be reminded, sometimes tears aren't weakness, they're worship. They're the language of those who have walked through the fire and found God faithful.
1976, my wife and I were kidnapped, which was wonderful for me. I don't know why I like trouble, but I was born with nuisance value. Boy, oh boy. My father would flog me for not being an avid reader after school. And I would go hunting for a frog or lizard, put it to his cup of water, and said to him, Daddy, for flogging me like an orphan, God came down and put these things in your cup of water as a warning to stay away from flogging me. This was at the age of 8. My father, an old man, would pause and ponder and say, oh my, it's not God, it's you. Do you know I used to go to, my mother was a tobacco smuggler. I used to go to school with tobacco. If they teach anything silly, I'll blow air into the tobacco. And the air will carry the tobacco into the class. There'll be no more teaching. When God called me to be a preacher, I was the most unqualified preacher. But he doesn't call the perfect they call. Every time I hold this microphone to preach, I will laugh at myself. I should have been locked up somewhere, not be a free man with the microphone preaching. I should have been locked up in a good jailhouse. I like trouble and trouble liked me. But now, all that has changed. Come on, let's say to this God, you are the mighty God, the great, and came to my hotel room. This bushman came in without opening the door. The door was as tightly locked as when I locked the door. He came in and sat down. Hey, my friend, who are you? He said, I'm Satan. Satan? What are you doing here? He said, you preached a sermon at the National Stadium yesterday, and I have come to warn you. I will deal with you. I will kill almost everybody in your family. My friend, my father had a neighbor that looked like you. He didn't stop me from having my good breakfast. Do your worst. And he said, Omar, are you asking me to do my worst? I said, yes. Life is a battle. And I'm used to fighting battles. He said, no, not this, not with me. Men and brethren, I had to meet with God that night and said to God, what do I do? And God said, whoever he will use to harm you, to humiliate you, forgive the person. It is the greatest way to disarm Satan. When you can say to your wife, I don't like the way I talk to you, I'm very sorry. I apologize. Do you know you disarm her? Whatever she had planned against you will be cancelled. Are you hearing me? Wait, let's turn it around. All the men who are listening to me this morning who are married to smashingly, gorgeously, mesmerizingly pretty girls, just know that they are not a pushover. Every pretty girl you know has been pampered and painted by her parents because she was the only goldfish in the house. When people knock at the door on you and leave you struggling with 7 demons, I don't know whether you also know there are people, nothing they lay their hand to do prospers. They are always struggling in their finances. There are others who are always sick. When I was a young believer, I used to have malaria every week until I made peace with God. It's now 22 years I have not been sick again. I used to smuggle Bible to China for God. One day they caught me with 300 Bibles. And they say, hey, put your suitcase on our machine. As I placed the suitcase on the machine and began to speak in tongues, the suitcase crushed their machine to pieces. And they asked me, are you a native doctor? Me, I am greater and worse than a native doctor. If I cause trouble here, some of you will not sleep again for 1 week. They said, okay, carry your trouble and go. Well, where were we in Anambra? And I told them, fire will rain. Pastor Joe, do you remember Oko? We went to Oko to preach with our helicopter. Native doctors got angry that I was wasting money that could have been used to do good and better business. They said they would deal with me. Me, I like trouble. Let the thing start now. No. I told them tomorrow when I sing and dance, your juju forest will go up in flames. I shall burn for how many days? 23 days. Non-stop. Na watakịrị nọ n'ọrụ anyị ahụ akpọte ya ka onishi ha nyụrụ. When you mess up the air while sleeping, we wake you up to perceive the odor. Do you know we arrived and the crowd was everywhere. And they said, the man has come. He said fire will fall and rain. I didn't say anything. I just sat down, waiting for my chance and my turn. When it was my turn, I got up and said to God, can you set heaven on fire? Do you know that fire, that rain of fire, rained for 23 days, every day, non-stop? My mother asked me, who are you? Are you really a human being? What did you do? Ma, I'm not accountable to you. I'm accountable to He who is the maker of heaven and earth. Right where you are tonight, every rope the enemy has used to bind you shall be broken tonight. It shall be broken. It shall be broken. It shall be broken. It shall be broken. The day I dedicated my village to God, the chief priest dropped and died. My mother began to cry. She said, Uma, I don't know what type of child God gave me. When they kill you for killing this man, I'll be the next to die. Uma, what did I go wrong? What did I do wrong? Ma, this battle is above you. Relax and enjoy yourself. And God said to me, call this man his name. 7 times he will wake up and take him to, not to the mortuary, take him to your house. This night is your night. Whatever had made your life difficult shall be broken this night. If this God is your father, there is no man alive that can stop you from gaining your freedom and enjoying your freedom. My wife and I, we had lunch in the woman's house. 2 hours after, the woman came telling me, Daddy Uma, that food they gave you was poisoned and charmed. My housemaid gave you charm. No wonder the food was delicious. Madam, thank you. When you go, give her 50,000 for cooking for me. She said, you didn't hear, you will soon die. Madam, shut up your mouth. Okay, read on. The Bible says we are the only people under the sun that can take poison and continue with our journey.
And if they drink any deadly thing,
the Bible says, if you drink any deadly thing,
it shall not hurt them.
Can you raise your hand and say, shall not hurt me? I'm sure you have heard I've been kidnapped repeatedly. Every time they kidnap me, I will say to the cup of poison, you are no longer poison. You are now tea. I drink you as tea, function as tea. If you go beyond the boundaries of tea, whatever God will do to you, my hand not there. Sometimes they will beg me, don't kill yourself because of money. Can you shut up your mouth? Right where you are tonight, I declare you are no longer an ordinary person.
And that's the story behind Papa Uma Ukpai's tears. A story of pain, faith, and the unshakable power of God's grace. His life reminds us that even in the darkest valleys, God is still writing beautiful endings. If this story has touched your heart, take a moment to like, share, and drop a comment below. Let's keep spreading the message of faith and hope through these powerful Christian stories. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, no matter what you face, God is still faithful.